Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Algebra 2 Honors. Good to have everybody here today. We are going into section 7.4 in the book. However, these exercises today that we're going to do are ones that I made up myself, and recently at that. So how certain am I that these exercises, all of them, are going to work out correctly?
Because you did them.
Not very.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about it, so I might have made a mistake on one or two of them, possibly.
80%?
So we'll see. We'll get through this today. And so what happens is we started out this section, the chapter 7 of the book. We were adding polynomials together, multiplying polynomials with 7.2, factoring with 7.3, and 7.4 is dividing polynomials. And this is the last content delivery we're going to have before our final next week. So we're going to kind of wrap it up today and maybe tomorrow. Then after that, we're going to have a review packet and review problems to go over before the final. So that should be helpful. Okay, let's go to the exercise sheet right here. Dividing polynomials. So the logical progression, adding and subtracting, and multiplying, factoring, and now we're going to, essentially what I set this up as is we're using factoring in a way to divide polynomials. And physically, so we have this thing right here. How do you divide this polynomial 2x squared plus 3x by x? How do you do a division? Have you ever done that before?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You take 1x away?
I think it's a big girl.
No.
Okay, so let me go ahead and write this out.
Would it be 2x plus 3?
Yeah, okay, so Marcus gave us the answer already. He says the answer is 2x plus 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write this out. Let me go ahead and write this out. Well, to set this up as a problem, we could set this up as 2x squared plus 3x. And if we divide by x, it would look like this. And what happens is this x is a common denominator for both. And so what that ends up being is 2x squared over x plus 3x over x. And this x over x cancels over here. And then this, actually x squared is equal to x times x. And so what we're doing here is essentially this squared cancels out this x. And so what we're left with is 2x plus 3. Okay, so that will be our answer to that division problem. All right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any questions about this?
No.
Okay. What I want you to do is go to problem 2, and I could call on somebody to do this one for us in class. Do you want me to call on somebody?
Yeah, call somebody.
Yeah, I'll call on somebody. Okay. All right, here we go.
Randy.
Oh my God.
Bryce, okay.
Yo! About to get right.
All right, Bryce, what do you think?
I think the answer is 2x.
Okay, Bryce says answer is 2x. Bryce, how did you do that? Did you do it in your head, just looking at it?
Yeah, it's easy.
Kind of? Okay. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's go ahead and just write this out in case you don't. Okay, if you take 4x cubed divided by 2x squared, and so you have the 4 over 2 canceled to become 2, so that part of it's right. Then you have x cubed divided by x squared. And what it is, this kind of gets into a rule of exponents. Did you do rules of exponents at all in Algebra 1? Okay, there's a quotient rule of exponents, and that is if you have x to the power of some number a divided by x to the power of b, the answer or the quotient is going to be x to the power of a minus b. And so you can take, this is going to be x to the power of 3 minus 2, which is x to the power of 1, which gives us the right answer here. Okay? Questions on that one? Okay. So really these first two are kind of simple monomial type problems. And then we're going to get into ones that have little degree of complexity here. And this is where Cheyenne didn't have a lot of confidence in my accuracy here, but that's okay. Maybe I've got them wrong or not. You make up the problems. It's surprising. I probably make mistakes on the problems I make up maybe half the time. I mean, they're easily correctable when I do that. Okay, so this one right here, if one of the linear factors of x squared plus 8x plus 15 is x plus 5, what is its other linear factor?
X plus.
Somebody said x plus 3 here, right?
Yeah.
How did you get that?
3 plus 5 is 8, 3 times 5 is 15.
Okay, so Braden said 3 plus 5 is 8, 3 times 5 is 15. So it's what we mentioned as recently as yesterday in the class, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, it's a factoring problem, isn't it? Now, one thing you can do for something like this that could help, and so if you just are able to do what Braden and Rindy said, that's pretty much the extent of these exercises today. And so we could take this right here, and we know that one of the factors we're given here is x plus 5. And we know that we're going to have, you put the first and last term here, first term, x squared term in the upper left, and the constant term in the lower right. And so what you do is you have, guess what Braden said, is that 3 is going to go here, right? Because to get 15, that has to be that. So this is going to be 3x. And this is going to be 5x, which combined make 8x. And so yes, your answer to that is going to be, as they said, x plus 3. Okay, so that will be our answer.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I like it.
Right? So basically we're dividing by, in a way it's dividing by using factoring. And you can use the box method if you want, so you have some opportunities here. So I'm going to call on somebody to do number 4 for us in a second. Okay, so I'm going to call on somebody for this one in about,
Wait, so can we do
half. So let's see.
Atlee?
It'll be Atlee. I didn't change your name today, Atlee. I meant to change your name, but I forgot to. I'll try to remember tomorrow.
Is it gonna be Daytona again?
Maybe. Well, I'm going to change your.
Talladega?
I want to change that. Maybe I want to change your nickname from time to time. I think it's a good.
I'm gonna change your name.
But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here, Atlee. What do you think for this one?
Okay, so I put x squared minus 5x minus 14, and then I put like in a fraction, I put x plus 2 under that.
Okay, so you just rewrote it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's helpful. And to me, I like this delivery better in general. It's clear. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and then I got x minus 5 minus 7.
So minus 12.
Divide by 2 now. So minus 2.5
Okay,
minus
so
7.
2.5.
I got X minus 7.
I don't know.
I got X minus 12.
I got,
Minus 12.
I did it by factoring.
Five.
X divided by 2. Could we do it by factoring?
You could, yes.
So, why don't you just, I'm gonna aggregate it actually.
So you said, Braden, if you just rewrite this
It'll be X
numerator as factored form, is that right?
I don't need that.
So if we write this in factored form, this would be,
You gotta do negative.
well, we get at
X
least,
squared minus 5x. Oh, wait, factored?
X plus 2.
Yeah, x plus 2,
Same.
and then x plus 7, I mean x minus 7, would it be?
okay, let's test this out. So if we multiply these back together, we should get x squared minus 5x minus 14, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we get 2x minus 7x, that's going to be these multiply. So this will be our correct answer, which is
X minus.
x minus 7. Okay, now, so that will be correct, thank you.
So what?
It's X minus 7 is the answer.
So x minus 7 is our quotient.
Yo, that's crazy.
And what I want to do is I want to also tell you the vocabulary of these things too.
Oh, I get it. I know how.
Because that is really
Come on.
X out.
All right. I get it.
Wow.
What?
That's insane.
Okay, what do we call this thing here in the numerator? What do we call this?
The numerator.
We call it a numerator, but in the vocabulary of division, what do we call this?
The quotient.
No.
It's the opposite of the quotient.
Okay, this is called the dividend. Okay, what is being divided is called the dividend. What is this thing down here called?
Denominator.
Yeah.
The denominator, but in
Dividend star.
the language of division, what do we call this thing in the
Divided.
denominator? Okay, we call it divisor.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the answer, what do we call this? The answer,
The answer. The sum.
we call it quotient. So these three words here are vocabulary for division. Have you heard those before?
No. Yeah.
I heard of
Yes, I heard them.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, so it's something that
I think you should sing a
you
song
should
about
know.
it.
Yeah,
Do you
that's,
have a song about
Do you
it?
have?
I don't have a song about it,
You
but
should
it's,
make one.
Dude, I can make you one.
Right now.
yeah, that's right. Now, Cheyenne, you've been promising to make songs and stuff like that for a while, I thought.
No,
Oh, no, I can finish all of them. I just
let's hear one.
Anyway, you'll have your chance. But anyway, thank you, Atlee.
Sing a song. All right.
How does it go?
We'll do it.
You can sing it.
Okay, next.
I think I'll play the guitar if you can show the lyrics and stuff.
Okay, next. Should I call somebody for this one? I should, right? Or should I do this one?
You should do
You
this.
should do it.
I think you should do this one just to show us.
Show step by
Okay.
Oh,
step.
this one easy.
It is your part, right?
Now, one thing you could do, one thing that you could really do is you could just factor this thing on top
It's
and just see what it is first, without even paying attention to what's in that denominator. Just forget that's down there and factor the numerator, see what that is. You could do that. But what happens when you have something like this, you have an opportunity to know that the thing divides out if and only if one of the factors up here happens to be x minus 1, right? So that's just so when I write x minus 1 in parentheses like that as a binomial, that is a guess, and if that works out right, we're going to have that numerator end up being something simpler. So let's go ahead and figure out what that is going to be. And if we set this up like this, we put the 2x squared up here, and we put the 3 down here, and I'm going to put the x minus 1 over here. So, what is going to have to be up here? X. And what is this going to be up here? So the question is, what times negative 1 equals 3? What's going to be negative 3? And then if we multiply these together, we get negative 3x, and we get negative 1x, right?
Yeah, it would be 2x.
It would be 2x.
It'd be 2x?
You need to change.
Oh, I forgot this, right? This is supposed to be 2x.
Right.
Okay, there we go. So now we're negative 2x, so now we're good. So does this work out? Does this work out? Yes, it does. So what is our answer up here?
Yeah.
How did you get x minus 1 in the first place?
So here, our final answer is going to be 2x minus 3.
Wait, how'd you get x minus 1?
The top one.
How do I guess?
Where did I get x minus 1? Came from right here.
On the top, on the top.
So if it worked out, it would be x minus 1.
No, I'm talking, look, it says x, parentheses, x minus 1, parentheses, and then the 2x minus 3.
Oh, so how did I write this up
Yeah.
here? Okay, good. So Siggy's asking another good question. Okay. The reason I knew that is I made a prediction. If you're able to divide this out neatly, one of the factors has to be x minus 1.
Okay.
So I put x minus 1 up there, so I trusted that it would be factorable. And if not, well then we would have had to have some kind of remainder in the division, which we're going to come to probably starting next semester, where you have problems like this. So this is one of those that Cheyenne and I had the discussion about today, that if I hadn't worked this out right last night, then it wouldn't have worked out as neatly as this, right?
Right.
And so am I sure that all these are going to be worked this neatly? No.
No, but you're going to try your best.
Yeah, I tried my best last night, but
Yeah,
sometimes we try and things don't work out exactly right. But we can correct our mistakes, right?
Right.
All right, so now I want to choose somebody for this one.
No, not
I don't understand this.
Hold on. They didn't even work it out.
It's going to be Marcus. Now Marcus got the first one right today. Now, so I have every confidence in Marcus.
So when I did this, and I did this. So what else did I do? And I was gonna do it this way. What did you do? The box method? That's what I got, it was the box method.
Alright, so the
I did
answer will be
for that. So I put the 6x squared right here.
6x plus 3.
What more?
I think it might be 3x plus 1.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
What did you get, Marcus?
3x plus 1.
Yeah, Marcus.
It worked out because this is 7.4.
Okay, Marcus got as his answer 3x plus 1. Anybody else get that answer?
Yeah.
Good. That was it. So Marcus, can you tell us how you did this one?
I set up a box,
Okay, you set up a box here.
and I put, and I put 2x and 5 on the side.
So 2x and 5 here on the side. And then you put 6x squared here,
Yeah, and then 5.
and then 5 down here. Okay, good.
And figured out what 5 and 1 would equal.
So this has to be 1 over here.
Yeah.
has to be 1, okay, good.
And then I got 2x on the top right.
2x here, okay.
Then I put 3x on the top. Got 56.
And these add up together to be 17x. So that's your check on the deal, right?
Mark.
Okay, so that'll be our answer, all right? Thank you, Mark.
I like that.
And see, Marcus did it different than what I looked at the last one, because he didn't actually predict, but he just followed the box method to get to a right answer, okay? Thank you, Marcus.
Definitely Marcus.
Okay, let's go here, number 7. Okay, we have a kind of a little bit of a word problem here. A rectangle has an area represented by x squared plus x minus 20. What is the length of the rectangle if its width is represented by x minus 4? And so you're taking those problems like we've done earlier, but you're making a kind of a geometry problem out of it, in a way. Should I do this one, or should I spin the wheel on this one?
You should do it.
I should do it. What I'll do is I'll spin it, but I'm going to talk. If you struggle with it, we'll talk through it here. It's not that hard a problem.
Jose.
We get Kindle. All right. All right, Kendall, did you think through this?
Kindle Chambers?
You drew a box? Okay, so Kendall drew a box. And the box coincidentally is shaped like a what? Like a rectangle, right? So Kendall, you did it like this? Okay, go ahead.
But negative 20 was.
So negative 20 down here? Let me see, my pen is getting glitchy, okay.
Get my haircut, and then on the side I get X minus 4.
Okay, go ahead. X plus 5. And here, 5x, negative 4x.
Yeah.
So this simplifies. So what is our answer here? X plus 5, okay? So that is our answer. Okay, thank you, Kendall. Okay, I haven't made a mistake on problems yet. Not yet. This is the first page now. So now we're going to the back page.
I like to take a show.
No, I don't like word problems, Mr. G.
What?
You don't like word problems?
No.
What? Why not, Ellie?
Now these are, didn't learn how to read.
Oh, these are easy. These are easy words.
How you get 2x?
Okay, this one here happens not to be a division problem.
Yeah,
It's sort of a multiplication problem thrown in here.
Oh, there's multiple lines. Don't leave.
So you have to know what is the formula for a triangle, for area of a triangle.
It's half.
1/2 x.
1/2 base times height,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
1/2 base times height. So I'll choose somebody for this one.
I'm not sure what.
We'll be reading.
Yeah, this is a kind of an outlier. Chloe is not here today.
That's why it's gotta be making.
She made an improper absence today.
Keep hearing her voice, but she
No,
It'll be Randy, okay.
Yay. Okay, ready?
It's gonna be C.
R.
Okay, Randy, what do you think? So she starts with a box here like this. Is this right, Randy? Like this?
Yes.
Kind of like this, okay, then like this, all right. And then,
And then, on the side, I put 2x.
Wow.
And then I put -4.
okay.
And then, since you have to divide the area by 2, I put 3/2 x and 1/2 on the top.
Oh, she put 3/2, so she divided
We're not gonna,
Why would you do that?
plus 1/2,
wow.
Yes. plus 1/2.
Look at her go.
okay, all
Don't
right.
you have to do both sides?
No.
No? Why?
Because it's cube.
Why?
Where?
Oh.
Okay.
And then, on top, I got 3x. 3x squared.
So right here you get like 2x times 3/2 x, that's gonna be 3x squared.
And
Okay,
then on the box next to that, I got 1x.
so you got x, 1/2 of 2, okay,
And then I got 6x, negative 6x.
negative 6x,
And then I got negative 2.
negative 2, so your answer's gonna be,
3x.
Oh.
3x minus 5x.
Oh, buddy.
One there, bud.
What?
so does that look right?
What's going on?
I didn't know what to use.
Now let me tell you, because she did it, that's the beauty of doing it like this. You can do things differently. I think she did a really good job. I'll tell you what I would have done, and it's just my personality. It's nothing that she did wrong at all.
Yeah.
But what I would have done is this, just to avoid the fractions, possibly what I would have done is I would have gone here and put 2x minus 4, and then put up here 3x plus 1, and then just put 6x squared, and then here 2x, negative 12x, and then go ahead and put negative 4, and then you'd have 6x squared minus 10x minus 4, and then divide that by 2 to get to the same place, okay? And this way, there's nothing wrong with what she did, is there? But it's just, if you're fraction, is anybody fraction phobic here?
No.
You have fraction phobia? Rindy
I
does
like
not.
decimals.
You like
I have
decimals?
claustrophobia.
Yes, yeah, so, but still, that's a good solution. Thank you, Randy. Okay.
X.
Okay, let's go to 9. I'm going to choose somebody in a minute for 9.
Wait, what is it? No.
This is a rectangular area.
So I'm going to choose somebody in half a minute for 9.
I
Find the other
think
side
so.
first.
I want to be chosen. I am chosen.
Come on, Diggy. Got it.
I got it. 3.
I want to be the chosen one. I feel really good about this.
We'll have it.
X minus 3.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
It is.
No, it's not. X minus 3.
I think I'm gonna be in my circle, I'm gonna do it.
How?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, it is. Got it, Mark. Got it.
This is going to be,
Raiden.
Haley or Aaron? Haley, all right. All right, Haley.
The box.
A box like this.
You sound like you're that smart. I had 7.
Okay, go ahead.
And then the X supposed to stand on one side.
On this side here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then X
three and the other's like top part.
You have to multiply that like on the street.
Okay.
And then like that. And that's x squared.
Okay, x squared.
And negative 3x.
It's x plus 3.
And 10x.
The next one.
Negative 30.
So this checks out.
Yeah.
Now, hey, I want to ask you something, because in the ones we've done before, I've had people fill out inside the box before putting this up here. Did you?
I did that. I was just telling you. Like,
Okay, you just told me in the reverse order of what you actually did. Okay, all right. So your answer is going to be
x minus 4.
x minus 3. So we'll say width equals x minus 3, right? Okay, good. Questions on that?
Nah.
Simplest thing you've done all year so far?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
The next one.
All right, so now we go to whoever we're going to get. It's going to be Cheyenne, be Lexi. Lexi. All right, Lexi. You're in a box like this? Okay.
And then on the top, I put x minus 4.
X minus 4 on the top here.
And then
Okay, hold on just a second. Up until now in class, people have been putting on the left side first, right? But she put that on the top side. Is that okay to do it that way? Yeah, it is. Go ahead.
in the first box, I got x squared.
So x squared goes here,
And then negative 12.
and 12 goes here, okay.
And then I got x plus 3 over there.
So this has to be x here, and to get negative 12, this has to be 3 here is what you're saying, right? Okay,
And then negative 4x
so negative 4x here,
and 3x.
3x. And so this works out now, and so our length is going to be,
X plus 3.
Negative 30.
okay, so the length is going to be x plus 3. All right? Okay?
Times 3x. Negative.
Go ahead and do number 11. I'll call somebody in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, really short.
Okay. Next. Has anybody just tried factoring before even looking at the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a couple of you have? Good.
I didn't watch this.
Okay, next. I think this is one I made up myself last night. I didn't even get it from somebody else, all right?
You know that.
Cheyenne or Jose, Cheyenne, it's be Cheyenne. Cheyenne was one to be picked anyway, so
All same.
go ahead.
So I had to go.
Okay, I just want to put the x minus 3 on the left.
So x minus 3 goes here. Okay,
And then I put the 4x squared and then top left and then negative 3 on the bottom.
okay,
And then I made the 1 on the top right.
So 1 goes up here?
Right.
Okay, so 1 goes up here, all right, got it.
And then I did 4x on top.
4x goes here, okay.
And then it worked out.
And so this becomes what, x? And this becomes like negative 12x, is what you're saying? And that's simplified. So our length is going to be 4x plus 1. Okay, so that is our answer to number 11. Okay? I'll call on somebody for number 12 in just a minute.
Okay.
Miss Moreland?
No.
I'm staring at all the ice cream.
Yes, sir.
It's weird, man. What's that? You think it's weird?
Okay, number 12. We are running out of people. We're running out of problems too.
You should put Talladega back in there.
Right.
Ready, care?
Braden, okay, Braden. All right, Braden,
Probably now.
what we got, Braden?
We got, I did a box.
So you ran a box like this?
Like the B1.
Okay,
And on the top left, I put 3x squared. And the bottom
Oh, I
right, I
got
put negative 8.
okay,
Yes. On the left, I put 3x minus 2. And then I got x for the top. And then in the bottom box, I got negative 2x. And then I got 4 on the top right there. And then 12x on the back.
so 12x.
So the answer is x plus 4,
So this will be,
negative 10, or positive 10.
so width you say equals x plus 4?
Oh, I got that. Let's go.
Hold on.
Okay, width equals x plus 4. All right. So we have one final problem here in this exercise set, which is 13. And I'm going to call on somebody in just a minute for that one. We don't have very many people left. I think 3.
Okay.
Let's say once again.
That's that.
No, like, he's a doctor.
Fake doctor.
Okay, here we go. Number 13.
It's not gonna be that.
It'll be
Jose. It's gonna be Jose. It's gonna be Jose.
Yes,
sir.
Oh, yeah.
all right, Jose.
Where's Lexi?
Okay, I did the box method above.
Okay, box like this, kind of.
And then on the side, I put
Like what,
3x and negative 4. No. That's 3x.
Well, 3x.
On the outside, I put 3x. And then negative
Minus 4 over here, okay, good.
And then in the spot that you were drawing, that's 3x squared. And then on the bottom right, box is 40. Negative 40.
Okay.
Or just 40. On the top, I got x. And then negative 10. And on the side, I got negative 30x. And I got negative 4x. And the width is 10, x minus 10.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that is it, right? That's our exercise. So I hope you learned something from that today.
Well, let's pick this up.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, that'd be great.